You are listening to Single Smart Female.
This is us letting it all hang out about your love life, examining Steph's dating experiences, and answering your hot topic dating questions. Just you, Steph, and me. No topic is off limits and no filters involved. This is Jen.
And I'm Steph. If you have a question about your love life that you would like us to answer, you can submit your question at singlesmartfemale.com.
Hello, single smart female. Welcome to show 39. This is your host, Jen, and I am here with the effervescent co-host of mine.
He's going to run out of adjectives soon.
Effervescent's a good one, though. I really like that one.
I like it, too.
You know,
yeah, it's refreshing.
As we're recording today, I've had to ask her to shh several times because we're recording in a new place and we don't have the privacy that we once had. We're going to have to find that privacy again because I miss our jam sessions where we could be as loud as we freaking want to be.
That's right, bitches.
Okay, with all of that fun stuff said, it is time for our question of the day, which comes from a lovely lady who gave herself her own nickname, which we shall call Busy Bay Area Babe. Busy Bay Area Babe. Let's see where this goes.
Busy Bay Area Babe. And she writes, Hi, Jen and Steph. I'm a 31-year-old single, smart female living in the San Francisco Bay Area. I've been man-tourage dating for the past 6 months. First of all, thank you. Your dating philosophy and advice has been life-changing. In the past, I've either dated down, not dated at all, had crappy codependent relationships, and/or hyper-focused on individual men during early dating, which led to all different types of dating failures. Now, I'm dating multiple high-quality men. For the first time in my life, I feel empowered, confident, super sexy, alluring to men, and it's magic.
That's my girl.
That was a beautiful intro.
Yes.
I have one problem. How do I find the time to date all these men? Between work, exercise, my dance company rehearsals, friends, and family, I only have a night or two a week max to go on a date. Men ask when I'm available, and sometimes I'm booked that whole week or even the next. I'm currently dating 3 men, but I'd still like to meet more new men. How do I manage? How often or not is it appropriate to see each man? I think I'm juggling more balls than I can handle.
She winked on that. She totally winked on that. Again, that's my girl.
I've been seeing one of the men for several months now, and I have much stronger feelings toward him than anyone else. The longer we see each other, the more often we see each other, which means even less free time to meet other guys. Yet he isn't ready for exclusivity. I want to ask him if he thinks he will ever want exclusivity with me or anyone, but I'm afraid the question could scare him away. He treats me so well and he is amazing. I just know that in the meantime, I need to get out there and meet more men that I could potentially like as much or more than him who will eventually want exclusivity with me. But Jen and Steph, how do I find the time?
Great question. Okay, refresh my memory, Steph. Did she say how long she's been dating him?
Several months.
Several months.
Several months.
And what was he said that, what did he say about exclusivity?
He's not ready for exclusivity.
Okay, did she say that she asked him or that he just brought it up?
She didn't say.
Okay, she didn't specify with that. Okay, my busy Bay Area babe, this is a fantastic question. I just want to remind all the ladies out there who we've been getting tons of submissions. Take a note from busy Bay Area babe. Obviously, we respond very, very well to praise.
Yes. praise and wit.
And wit and the appropriate length. Don't give us something too short that we can't pull anything out of, and don't give us something so long that it would take an entire podcast just to read your question, because then we don't have time to dive into what's going on with you. So well done, busy Bay Area babe. Yes, Steph.
Also, we love that you picked your name.
Yes.
That makes it very...
Although sometimes I do miss picking names.
Yeah.
Every once in a while. And then I'm like, when I can't think of one, shit, why can't they just pick their own name?
I like it when they pick their name.
Okay, well, we'll go with Steph. All right. With that said, again, I think this is an excellent question. And as every ladies out there can hear, Mantourage dating can be very empowering. It can totally shift how you feel about dating and love and start valuing yourself in a completely different way. Yes, you should have already valued yourself this way, but sometimes we need the right encouragement to validate it in our world. So that's one of the reasons Mantourage dating, I'm not going to lie, helped me shift my perception of myself. And I did a complete 180. As much as I wanted to love myself, having that external validation made a world of difference. The other thing is that there are a lot of women talking that there are not very many options and guys out there. And I call bullshit. Look at busy Bay Area babe here. She didn't even have time for all the men that she wants to see. Okay. So you ladies out there that come up with this crap and tell me that, how do I add to this or whatever? It's totally doable. And I believe in you. That's my short answer. But no, I'm also calling out BS lame excuses, because the truth is that you can have this as well. With that said, yes, this is a good problem to have. A very good
problem to have.
And I'm going to go through kind of the basics first, and then I want to talk a little bit more and allow, of course, Steph to add to the conversation where she would like to. But I want to talk about the basics first. And one of the things that I've noticed that strong, smart, professional women tend to do a lot is they overschedule themselves a lot. So I want you, of course, to have a full life, a very exciting life, an interesting life. It's not going to be perfect all the time, because that doesn't exist, but it's going to be pretty awesome. And it's a reflection of who you are as a woman. With that said, make sure that you're not overscheduling yourself to the point that you're not getting downtime for you, because you do need to incorporate some of that. And then, of course, the ability to date 1 to 2 nights. But with that said, I'm going to add on to another with that said, 1 to 2 nights a week is actually a really good amount of time to date. You don't really need much more than that. We can talk about how to arrange that. And that's also that's very specific to who you are. I know you have the one man and your mantourage that you are enjoying above all the rest of him. But since he's not ready for a commitment yet, I don't want him taking up all of your dating time. Mm-hmm. So keep him to one date a week on average. And then every couple of weeks, you can up that to 2. But if he's getting both of your exclusive nights for dating, you're really kind of alienating more potential in your mantourage that you're telling me you want. Now, I also know when we were talking about the straightforward stuff, which is we can talk about numbers here. I also know when you start talking about that means that you are actually subconsciously trying to alienate the rest of your mantourage. So be very, very careful there that you don't let this experience with him dominate everything, because you like him so much, until he's ready to step up more into a commitment with you.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you, Jen. And also, and I know this is hard, believe me, because when you're really into somebody, you want to spend as much time as you can with them. But it wouldn't hurt if, so like you said, you can pack your weeks full of dates and your rehearsals and your friends and your family. And if there's no time for him that week, then there's no time for him, because he isn't ready for exclusivity. And your time is very valuable. And if you are really interested in exploring other people, then you need to give them some of that time as well. And he'll feel it, but he won't, it's not going to be It's not a negative thing.
He's not gonna hold it against you.
No.
It might actually, and I can't guarantee this, but it might stimulate more interest and him realizing that he's gonna have to work a little harder to spend more time with you, and that kind of stuff. You know, men are naturally competitive. They really enjoy having to step up for the right woman. And sometimes that could be a tipping point. I can't guarantee that. I would have to be working with you privately in order to tell you more into your specific situation. But it's a very, very good possibility that could be a tipping point. Now, with that said, you know, as great as fairy godmamas as we are here, we're also not God or whatever you call your higher power or creator. We are not all knowing. So he might be a very good introduction into the world of being adored for you, which is why you like him so much and everything feels so special. But I remember there were certain men in my entourage, they didn't end up staying long term, and they were never able to step up into exclusivity necessarily because they weren't supposed to be my long term. And that's something in this process that you have to acknowledge the magic in. Sometimes we think we know exactly what we want, but there's a piece that we might be missing or overlooking, and we have to really focus and hone in on the process and in enjoying and staying in that moment because something bigger is in play. He may very well be your man, your long-term man, or he very well may be teaching you how to be adored as your long-term or your forever guy, like I like to call him, steps into place, and then you will be more ready to be loved, adored, and cherished by him.
So Jen, she writes also that she would like to ask him if he will ever be interested in exclusivity. What do you think?
Well, actually, I want to ask you first, Steph. I want to know what you think on this.
Personally, I see it can go either way, really, because I mean, I don't see anything necessarily wrong with asking, especially if it's kind of gnawing at you. But if you're really really open to the whole mantourage dating thing, then at this point it doesn't matter. And if you're don't worry about scaring him off. Like, if you can be genuine and not make it his fault for whatever answer that he gives you, if that makes any sense, right? Like, your whole life doesn't hinge on what answer he's going to give you, then you can ask him whatever you want to ask him.
I agree with Steph, and I want to explain that a little bit more. This is such a hard thing to answer, to be honest, because it's really situation dependent and it's your mood dependent as well. If you can handle, if you're upset and you're frustrated with him, I don't recommend you ask him in that moment because it's not out of genuine curiosity. You're going to use that answer to punish him, regardless of whatever he says. Because when you ask a man something, you have to be prepared for all the different possibilities. Doesn't mean that you should automatically start thinking he's going to say the worst. But if he tells you in that moment, no, I'm not ready and I don't know if I'll ever be ready, you have to accept him where he's at. Now, the beauty of mantourage dating is you're more than welcome to accept him where he's at, but you can still own who you are and what you want, which means you can turn your attention to men who are treating you like you want to be treated and who are at that point in time more interested in an exclusive relationship and continue those relationships. And you don't have to stop the relationship with them. But a lot of women ask men this question as a reason to bail or a reason to emotionally punish him and be upset with him and mad at him. That's what my daughter used to say, mad with him.
Mad with him.
Mad with him. They use this question as a reason to be upset with him. It's okay that a guy doesn't necessarily know right at this moment. I know lots of people will tell you differently, but if you didn't know, shouldn't that be okay too? Right. Do we have to pressure each other into everything? Can't we stand in this moment and enjoy it? And if the moment doesn't work out, still find the beauty in it and the gift in it and let that build us up for something even more magical with somebody else if he's not that guy? Or what if, like you did, like I did, not like you did, you haven't done this yet. You probably will, and I'll be very proud of you. But you can do what I did with my husband. When we first started dating, he would disappear. And I know your guy's not going MIA or anything, but my husband would disappear for 5 weeks at a time. And I didn't punish him and say, where the hell have you been? And blah, 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 and yada, and all kinds of crap. I just kept dating and enjoying myself and not letting, I'd get frustrated sometimes. But then all of a sudden I realized that I had a lot of opportunities in front of me and they weren't all tied to him. So I enjoyed the moment and let it unfold. And then all of a sudden, he's stepping up and being my man. Now, does that mean because it happened with Jen, that's exactly what's going to happen with you? No. It can happen even better. He may not step up and be your man, but somebody much, much better will if he doesn't.
Better balls, if you will.
High quality balls. All for you, Miss Bay Area. What was it? Busy Bay Area babe.
This show is brought to you by Irresistibility, help for women with online dating. Are you experiencing inbox crickets or real-life crazies? It's not you, it's your online profile. Let us help you do online dating that leads to real-life love and romance. Go to helpmeonlinedate.com and we will send you the first 2 video chapters of our program for free.
Hello again, single, smart female. Welcome to my favorite segment, updates on Steph's love life. I almost called you Liz. I have no clue why, Liz. But I wanted to call you Liz. Updates on Liz's love life.
It's my alter ego, Liz.
It's your alter something in my head. Anywho, back to your love life. Do you have updates for me and all of our listeners, Steph, aka Liz?
I do. I do have some updates.
Oh, what are you going to tell me? Tell me.
Oh, okay. So here's one. I'm still, dating on the apps.
Okay, wait. Should we, before you dive in, the last time we talked, you told us everything that had happened on your trip with Latin Lover.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
What else were you talking about? Do you remember?
Yeah, I was talking about Latin Lover and a few gentlemen that I was seeing off of a dating app.
Okay.
Right? Last time?
Uh-huh.
Is that what we mean?
Uh-huh.
Yes. So, Latin Lover?
Yes. Do you want to start there, or do you want to save that for another special show?
Oh.
Decisions.
I know.
Da, na, 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 na,
Actually, let's hold off on Latin Lover. We'll say he's waiting in the wings.
Okay. You will have to stay tuned for updates on Latin Lover in another brand new episode, but we have other updates. So where we left off with all the lovely gentlemen that I was seeing off of the different apps, most of them have faded. Well, hold on. Did they actually fade, or did you?
I faded.
You faded them.
I didn't mean to. Well, I mean,
did you really not mean to? Come on.
Well, it was more like
you ghosted them.
I didn't, though. No, it wasn't like a question was asked of me. It's just that the last person to text was him. He didn't ask me a question. When he asked me a question, I answered the question. And then when I asked him a question, he responded. And from there, nada. It's okay, though. It's okay, because while I very much enjoyed his company.
Oh, please don't say you didn't see it going anywhere. God, that makes me want to poke my eyes out when you ladies tell me that.
Dude.
Wait.
I just didn't see it going anywhere.
Oh my God. Stop. Ow, my head is hurting. My eyes are bulging. I'm going to poke them back in with these pens.
Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so I got back on my app. boom, 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 you know.
Mm-hmm.
And
did you boom him? That is a reference to our last episode in segment 2. Just so you know, if you want to hear hear a really funny story on show 38, segment 2.
So
not until you finish listening to this one first. So
I actually, so I on the app found somebody who was very witty and creative, and I was okay, this is nice, and I was excited to meet him. And when I did, we had a lovely time to get lovely. Damn. I need a new
That's
word.
code for she was underwhelmed.
No, I actually wasn't, though. I was really excited.
Okay.
Conversation was great. We had a really good time together, and he was super excited about me. And we went on a decent amount of pretty cool dates. Then shit got a little weird. Okay, so number one, Jen, as you know, I'm like, I don't want to say particular, but I like what I like when it comes to kissing. And sometimes it's fucking amazing, and a lot of times it's not. And I will make some exceptions. But, and the kissing was a bit too eager and sloppy, if you will.
Eager and sloppy.
But again, I really liked his
Making me
personality. Thought he was cute, and he really liked me. Fast forward to, we've not done anything. He has not even touched my boob on the outside.
No side boob?
No side boob. No, like, t-shirt hand graze. None of it. Okay? Which is fine with me, by the way, because I'm still trying to temper the whole kissing thing. Is one of those kissers where, like, I pulled back, he moved forward. Don't follow me, man. I pull back, you pull back. That's how that works.
Hold on, I'm choking. Don't follow me, man.
These are important tips for everyone, okay? Quite the eager beaver. Well, so, remember, he not even a graze.
Not even, no side boob.
No side boob. No nothing. Sends me a text. Would it be too forward of me to say, I want to make love to you?
I'm sorry.
Yes, especially considering that choice of words.
Yes.
And I know this sounds terrible, but I almost would have felt more comfortable with him being like, I want to sleep with you.
Well, I know that's the point, is he was trying to... Oh, poor guy. No, I feel bad for him. He was actually trying to be nice.
You won't feel bad for him in a minute.
Oh, God.
And so I was like, wow, yeah, okay. I responded with some very awkward response. And then I talked to him on the phone about the whole thing, and I was like, look, I love that, you think I'm sexy and you want to have, you want to sleep with me and all those things. That's great. I'm taking my time, blah, 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 blah. That same night. Okay. So we're on the phone, get off the phone with him at like 11 o'clock at night. I go to sleep. Again, our last conversation was, I'm not ready to sleep with you. 2 a.m. Somebody is knocking on my door.
Oh, fuck.
And I being look, dude, I've had flowers delivered to me and I've hid from the person knocking on my door because I am always afraid of people knocking on my door unless I know that they're coming. It's just a thing so I'm like, here I am cowering in my bed, like, oh my God, go away, thinking to myself at first, and this guy is not the person that I'm thinking it is. I was actually thinking it might be an ex of mine, who got drunk or something or whatever, or my neighbor may be mad at me because I'm walking too loud. But I was asleep, so that wouldn't make any sense, would it? So I'm laying there and I'm like, oh.
Breathing too loud.
and I don't get up and I don't look because I don't want any stirring. You know, I don't want whoever's at my door to know that I'm not going to answer the door.
Mm-hmm.
And he knocks again, like dun 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 dun. And I was like, okay, wow, this person really must think they know me. But I didn't answer. About 10 minutes later, and here I am, like, just so uncomfortable in my bed, like thinking, oh God, who was it? What's going on? Da 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 da. I get a text from the guy, and he was like, I just made a huge mistake. And I was like, what? I thought I was texting you, but apparently I was texting a friend of mine. So I thought you invited me over. And when I was knocking on your door, my friend was like, where are you?
Okay.
And I was like, well, you scared the shit out of me. Thanks for letting me know.
Well, that was a very creative answer on his part.
Very, very creative.
Almost plausible.
Almost.
Oh my goodness, Steph. Okay, wait. Why does he know where you live at this point?
Because we had been on several dates and
What's several?
Like 5, 6.
Okay.
Something like that. And I felt comfortable with him. He didn't creep me out.
Okay.
And other than like the, eager kissing.
Okay.
But yeah, he told me that his very elaborate, very odd story, and honestly, like either way, it doesn't really work for me. So he apologized, but then was just kind of like flippant about it, you know, like I said, I'm sorry, it should be good enough. And I just basically told him, I was like, look, this just doesn't sit well with me. I can't, like, I'm sorry. And he's like, it was an accident. I don't know what else you want me to say. Like, really isn't anything else to say.
Had he already apologized a few times when he said that?
He had apologized the one time.
Okay.
Right? And then I was just like, it made me feel unsafe.
Yeah. Okay. I hear you on that. Yeah. Showing up at a woman's house in the middle of the night uninvited. Very bad idea.
Very, very bad.
Very bad idea. By the way, ladies, do not do that to a man either. That's super bad idea. He comes off as a stalker and you come off as a stalker.
Yeah.
You both come off as stalkers, so just don't.
Stalker all the way around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, ladies, always, always, always a bad idea. Careful if you've had a little too much to drink to put something on your phone that reminds you it's a bad idea.
Don't do this.
No, it's a really, really bad idea.
Yeah.
Okay, Lover Girl, it's time for the final thought on today's show.
It's 100% okay to ask him the question, as long as you know you can handle the answer.
This is Jen.
And this is Steph.
Don't forget to subscribe to our show in iTunes. And if you'd like to submit a question to us, come see us at singlesmartfemale.com. And if you just want to come play around and learn more about Mantourage dating, come see us at havehimyourway.com.
Talk to you next time.